Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbly Womblys in 12th place, climbing up the ladder with 13 points. Thanks largely, you've got to say, to Deanie and Dicko. Houdini and Dicko with a stunning beginning of season form here for the AFC Wimbly Womblys. Today I'm going to talk about celebrity and being a celebrity, my changing thoughts on it, my changing relationship with it, etc. Because I guess it used to be that when people would say, like, oh, what is it like to be famous, I'd be like, I don't know, because I really didn't feel like I was famous. Now I kind of do at times, and that's not, I don't know. I have to say that I don't much like it. At least I guess the parts of being famous I don't like are the parts of, are the celebrity parts. You know, obviously I'm very grateful for the platform. Like, it's a lucky thing if you can play, you know, FIFA semi-professionally and then give the proceeds to a worthy football club like AFC Wimbledon. That's a lucky and rare thing, and so I'm very grateful for that. And that I really enjoy. I also really enjoy my audience. I'm really lucky in that respect. I know a lot of writers and YouTubers and other people who kind of, on some level, like, they don't like their audience, or they feel very different from their audience, so they feel like it's a little bit of a performance, I guess, to make their work. Like it's something that's pretty separate from them, from the way they think about themselves and their daily lives. Like, that isn't really the case for me. I'm really lucky to be a nerd fighter, you know, to feel like I'm, like, the nerd fighter community isn't something separate from me. It's something that I'm part of. Get there! Oh, I love your commitment, though. I love that Dicko commitment, that famous Dicko love for the ball. Speaking of love for the ball, oh, other John Green, and then another save. Guy's on fire. Who are we playing today, by the way? Darby County? The Sheep? The Rams? It's great. It's great. Nothing scarier in this world than a sheep mascot. Nothing says we're going to beat you like we're sheep. So, yeah, so the other day I was in the hospital. I'm going to stop whining about this in about 6 months, I promise. But the other day I was coming out of the hospital, and I was, like, in a wheelchair. I was very weak, and it had been I was not offside. I was onside. Oh, God. What? Come on. That red line and that yellow line are functionally identical. That was a great goal from other John Green from his new left winger spot, and I thought it was a really good performance. God, anyway, I'm proud of you, other John Green, even if you aren't ready to make your big announcement, whatever it is. So anyway, I was in the hospital, and I was getting wheeled out of the hospital to go home. I was very weak, and I had a very bad headache, and I was with my wife. She was pushing the chair, and somebody walked up to me and said, "Are you John Green?" And I said, "Yeah." And then they were like, "Can I get an autograph?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they were like, "Can I get a selfie?" And I was like, "Yeah." But I didn't really want to give a selfie because I didn't look that good, because, again, I was just getting out of the hospital and I felt kind of crappy, and also, like, you know, it's a little bit of a personal, private thing being in the hospital. But in terms of being in public, like, if you're in public these days, for me, there are no personal, private things, really. Oh, man, I was offside again. I'm so bad at being onside. And that's something that I've just had to get used to. Like, you know, it's gone from being, you know, sometimes a nerd fighter would recognize me in Target and come up and say hi, and we'd get to talk for a minute, to, you know, being recognized by someone. Many people who aren't nerd fighters, who, you know, don't know what the AFC Wimbly Womblys are, who maybe don't even know that much about my work, but just know that I'm, like, someone who's kind of famous. Pretty much every time I go out, like, pretty much every time I leave the house and go someplace that isn't, you know, someone else's house, the grocery store or whatever. This isn't like an issue. I don't want to make it sound like it's an issue. I have, you know, feel like I've dealt, or I'm dealing pretty well with the kind of, like, social anxiety implications of it. But it can be challenging when I'm like, when I'm just not well, or when I'm not feeling. You know, there are times in your life when you're in public and you don't want to put on like a brave face, or you're yelling at your kid or whatever. And those times have become like way more complex for me than they used to be. Like much more difficult to navigate. Oh! Oh. Devastating. Who was that? Who was that? Was that Frankenstein, or was it Houdini? Anyway, it had a nice curve on it, but it was well over the bar. And then obviously you should have passed to Dicko in that situation. Dicko's never going to miss from inside the box. Thanks for watching the Wimbly Womblys. I know that you guys just patiently wait for moments like that, and then they come. Get it? Okay. All right. So thank you again. What was I talking about? What is today's video about? What am I doing? Sorry, I have meningitis. In my defense, I'm only going to talk about it for another like 7 months. So anyway, like things like that are just hard. And like I want to be clear that I don't think that it wasn't that guy's fault, like for coming up to me and saying hi. Like I don't think that was rude of him, or that like I don't think like people should be like, oh, like that was so uncool. Like I don't think it's that simple. Oh, but sometimes scoring a goal is that simple when you have Houdini on your team. Houdini. 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 That's my new thing for him. I don't know if it's gonna work yet. I'm still open to other ideas. Oh God, with the right foot. Oh, near corner. Can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And in that moment, Derby County, the mighty sheep, failed to contain him. Outside of the right foot. God, that Dini. What can't he do? Oh, it's like magic. Do you believe in? Nope. Still not there. Still not there on the magic stuff. Are there any other songs about magic? People suggested some. I haven't been able to read comments really because I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but my head hurts when I read, which is a huge pain in the ass because it's like one of my #1 hobbies. So I guess that I would say like I am more grateful than ever for the platform and for the relationship that I have with my audience because I feel like it keeps me sane. It gives me work to do that I really enjoy, and it's a chance to like connect meaningfully with people I really like and I really find interesting, and that's lucky. I do not like the famous part of being famous. But I also think that it will go away. Like, I think, 5 years from now, I'm still going to be playing FIFA, and I hope some people will still be watching it, but I won't be, like a proper famous person anymore because, the movies of my books will have been made, and like that little moment will have passed, and hopefully I'll still get to like do stuff for people I like without having to sort of be in a broader spotlight during it, like, without having to receive like broad attention from people outside that community. Yeah, but what I was saying about that kid, like I think a lot of times people are like, oh, that's so rude. And I mean, look, I wouldn't walk up to someone when they were in the hospital and ask for their autograph, or certainly wouldn't ask for a picture. But I don't think that it's as simple as saying like, oh, that's so rude. Like, like here's a kid who knows who I am, who likes stuff that I make and sees me and lives in Indianapolis, like doesn't see people who make stuff he likes that often randomly in the hospital, and so like said hi. I don't it doesn't bother me inherently. It's just like I wish that I were well so that I could like give him a better experience or whatever of me, so that because now I'm worried that he's just going to think that I'm like a jerk who was like reluctant to give a sweaty, feverish selfie. And no, viral meningitis is not contagious. Before you ask that, I mean the virus, whatever the virus is that you got the meningitis from, is obviously contagious, but it doesn't lead to meningitis in most people. Yeah, it's just bad luck. It's a crazy thing. But I mean, it's not that bad luck. Like, there are way worse kinds of luck to have, for sure. Oh, get there. This is just, I feel like ever since Meredith, I don't know if you feel this way, I feel like ever since the break and the meningitis, etc., how many times am I going to mention having had meningitis in Wimbly Wombly videos in the next month? What's the over-under, 400? Anyway, I feel like since the break, I've been a little bit less of a player, and the team's been a little bit disorganized. I mean, certainly they had 2 weeks of practicing without me. That's never good for a club. They need their manager there. I'm like I don't want to brag, but I'm like their daddy, essentially. You know, like I guide them. I chastise them when appropriate, but I give them lots and lots of love. And I think, oh my God! Speaking of love, I love that goal. It's Dicko! Sing me a song, Dicko! Oh, Dicko. Dicko, Dicko, Dicko. Dicko just, one times it. Dicko gets the ball right in the box, and Dicko Dickos. Look at that Dicko. God. I love the Dicko. I do. I love it. I love it. I love a good, hard Dicko goal. I love it. Just pound it in the back of the net. It's awesome. God, I love Dicko so much. I mean, he is overwhelmingly, and I don't even know that much about him, Meredith, but he and Houdini have overwhelmingly become two of my favorite all-time Wimbly Wombly players. It's like Houdini, that's Amora maybe, Seb Brown, of course, who saved 2 penalties against Luton Town to send us into the Football League. Well, you know, I've got some Wimbly Wombly love in my heart, but Houdini and Dicko, they've just got some magic together, don't you think? I think they're special. I think they're special for our future. And I think Dicko especially is he's just phenomenal. Come on. Oh, you know who made that save, Meredith? Amankwa, who came all the way from the AFC Wimbledon youth squad. We're signing our own players now. We're that good. We're that serious of a club. Because I believe in homegrown players. I always have. I believe that, like, you know, what we really need if we're going to succeed, Wimbledon. Oh, Dicko! And then the golden child had a great opportunity, but he's only 7 years old. So sometimes he can't close those out. I mean, he's only in 2nd grade, for God's sakes. You know? I mean, it's hard. It's hard out there for a 2nd grader playing with full-grown men. Oh, that was a great steal. Oh, and then to John Green. Then John Green. What are you doing, John Green? Not your best work. Got to say, not your best work, man. Not your best work. But I love everything else about you. I love your heart. I love you. It's not that I don't love you. It's just that was a terrible, terrible cross. Yeah, so I don't know. The other thing that I was going to say is that I find it very weird that, like, this is seen as the end of being a human, that, like, this is seen as the goal, this being famous stuff, and, like, it's not fulfilling, really. Like, at least it's not fulfilling in and of itself. Like, being able to have conversations, being able to have the platform is definitely fulfilling, but, like, I would never, ever, ever want to be Kim Kardashian. I think Kim Kardashian works very hard and is very talented, but I would never want to be her because she has to be famous. Like, that's literally what she does for a living. Like, she has to be, that's the only way she has of making money is being famous. And so she's very good at it, but, like, God, it would just be so exhausting. So, yeah, I have a healthy and productive life, my friends. Don't feel like it has to be a healthy and productive life that's acknowledged by millions and millions of other people. That said, I am very grateful. Thank you so much for watching. I just suddenly got 7,000 Instagram notices on my phone all at once. So, best wishes.